If you are a woman over 50 and you spend the entire day sipping plain water believing you are doing the absolute best thing for your skin, pause for a moment, because this simple habit might be the very reason your skin still feels dry, looks thin, or appears to sag even though you feel like you are doing everything right. Most people never hear the truth about what actually happens after 40. Collagen, the protein that keeps skin firm and elastic, begins to decline every single year, often by around 1% annually. By the time a woman enters her 50s, the issue is no longer just collagen loss. The body also starts losing the ability to keep water inside cells, and plain water alone cannot correct that shift. Something subtle yet powerful begins changing inside the female body after 50, and very few women are warned about it. You can drink glass after glass, follow every hydration tip you have ever read, and still wake up with skin that feels tight, fine lines that look deeper than yesterday, and a reflection that does not match how energetic you feel inside. This is not a personal failure. It is biology working differently. Research shows that after menopause, the total amount of water inside the body drops noticeably, not because women drink less, but because the body becomes less efficient at holding and distributing that water where it is needed most. The problem is not the quantity you drink, but the destination of that water once it enters your system. By the 50s, collagen production may already be reduced by up to 30%, and hydration is no longer reaching the connective tissues where collagen lives. Dermatology studies reveal that aging skin is structurally different. The collagen network becomes thinner, elastic fibers weaken, and the natural capacity of the skin to bind water declines. Plain water circulates through the bloodstream for a short time, and is then eliminated before it ever reaches the skin cells that urgently need moisture. This is why so many women say they drink plenty of water but still feel dry. That statement is not confusion. It is metabolism in action. Clinical nutrition research confirms that aging lowers intracellular hydration, meaning water cannot easily enter cells without the help of minerals and supportive nutrients. When skin cells shrink from dehydration, wrinkles appear deeper and firmness seems to disappear almost overnight. This is not just cosmetic aging. It is cellular dehydration. Even more concerning, fibroblasts, the cells responsible for producing collagen, slow down dramatically when they lack water. When these cells are short on hydration and electrolytes, collagen production does not simply decline, it almost stalls. Another key factor is estrogen, a hormone that plays a major role in skin moisture. After menopause, estrogen levels drop sharply. Estrogen helps regulate hyaluronic acid, a molecule capable of holding enormous amounts of water inside the skin. When estrogen falls, hyaluronic acid falls with it, and suddenly the skin cannot retain moisture the way it once did. No amount of plain water can fully replace that loss, which explains why post-menopausal skin often appears thinner and more fragile, and this is only the beginning of what most women never realize is happening beneath the surface. Beneath that surface, another quiet change is taking place that very few conversations ever address, and it has nothing to do with expensive creams or complicated routines. As women age, stomach acid naturally decreases, and this small biological shift has a large impact on mineral absorption. Essential electrolytes such as sodium, potassium, and magnesium become harder to absorb, yet these minerals are exactly what guide water into cells. Without them, water simply passes through the digestive system without truly hydrating tissues. This explains why drinking large amounts of plain water can sometimes worsen dehydration at the cellular level instead of improving it. The body becomes diluted, electrolytes drop further, and the skin is often the first place where the effects appear. Large population studies reveal that chronic low-grade dehydration accelerates visible aging even more than sun exposure alone. Dehydrated skin produces higher levels of inflammatory compounds, and these compounds break down collagen faster while weakening the protective skin barrier. Once that barrier is compromised, moisture escapes even more quickly, creating a cycle of dryness that seems impossible to stop. This is also why creams and serums often lose effectiveness after 50. They are working from the outside while the real issue is happening internally. What makes this situation even more concerning is that many women are simply told to drink more water without being informed that aging changes how hydration works inside the body. After 50, the kidneys become more efficient at removing excess fluid, which means the body actively eliminates plain water to protect electrolyte balance. This survival mechanism is protective, yet it leaves skin cells underhydrated. The body is not malfunctioning, it is adapting, but unfortunately the skin pays the price. Clinical hydration studies on older adults consistently show that optimal skin moisture depends not on the volume of water consumed, but on electrolyte-supported absorption. When minerals are missing, water fails to penetrate tissues such as skin, joints, and connective structures. This is why aging skin loses its natural bounce. That bounce is hydration trapped inside collagen fibers, and when collagen dries, it collapses. Wrinkles are not merely folds in the surface. They are signs of structural dehydration beneath it. One of the most surprising facts is that many women unintentionally worsen this issue by avoiding salt completely. Decades of fear around sodium have led to mineral deficiencies that quietly sabotage hydration. In small natural amounts, sodium is essential for transporting water into cells. Without it, hydration remains superficial and never reaches the deeper layers where support is needed most. Cellular biology clearly confirms that water follows sodium. Remove sodium entirely and water cannot efficiently enter cells. This is basic physiology, yet it is rarely discussed in skin health conversations. So when a woman over 50 drinks plain water and wonders why her skin still looks dull or tired, the answer is not visible on the surface. Her cells are thirsty, not her mouth. Her collagen framework is dehydrated, not her bloodstream, and until hydration reaches the cellular level, no cream or cosmetic procedure can truly correct the problem. Aging skin is not punishment. It is a signal that the body's needs have changed, and understanding this truth opens the door to a solution most people overlook. That overlooked solution is often not hidden in a luxury product or an invasive treatment, but sitting quietly in the kitchen where it has always been available. What if a small change to your daily water could influence whether collagen continues to weaken or finally receives the support it needs to survive? Science reveals that collagen loss is not only about time passing, it is also about missing ingredients, and two of the most critical ones are vitamin C and essential minerals. Without them, collagen cannot be formed correctly no matter how balanced a diet appears. Vitamin C is not optional for collagen production. It is mandatory. Every strand of collagen in the body requires vitamin C to be structured properly. Clinical research shows that vitamin C activates the enzymes that bind collagen fibers together. Without adequate vitamin C, collagen becomes fragile, breaks easily, and skin becomes thinner, while wrinkles form faster. After the age of 50, vitamin C levels inside tissues often decline, not necessarily because of poor eating habits, but because absorption and cellular uptake decrease with age. This is where lemon enters the picture in a practical and accessible way. Fresh lemon is one of the most bioavailable natural sources of vitamin C, meaning the body recognizes and utilizes it efficiently. Unlike many synthetic supplements, lemon provides vitamin C along with bioflavonoids that protect it from oxidation and extend its activity in the body. Studies show that these bioflavonoids help reduce collagen breakdown by neutralizing free radicals that attack skin tissue every day. Yet even with sufficient vitamin C, collagen cannot be properly stabilized or hydrated without minerals. This is where natural salt becomes important rather than harmful. Sodium is not the enemy of the skin. It is the gatekeeper that allows water to enter cells. Cellular biology consistently confirms that water follows sodium. Without it, hydration remains in the bloodstream and never reaches the deeper skin layers. As women age, electrolyte balance becomes more delicate. Menopause alters fluid regulation, kidney filtration, and mineral retention. which means drinking plain water alone, can further dilute electrolytes and worsen dehydration. Studies in older adults show that low sodium levels are directly linked to dry skin, fatigue, and slower connective tissue repair. In simple terms, water without minerals can dehydrate aging skin from the inside. When lemon and a small pinch of natural salt are combined, a supportive reaction begins. Vitamin C stimulates collagen production, while sodium and trace minerals help pull water directly into fibroblasts, the cells responsible for producing collagen and elastin. Hydrated fibroblasts work more efficiently and produce stronger collagen fibers, while dehydrated ones slow down, and this difference quietly determines whether skin gradually sags or maintains resilience over time. Over time, this difference between hydrated and dehydrated fibroblasts becomes more visible than most people expect, because the condition of these tiny cells influences the entire structure of the skin. Dermatological research shows that collagen fibers that remain hydrated are thicker, more elastic, and far more resistant to breakdown. In contrast, dehydrated collagen collapses much like a dry sponge, and this collapse is what leads to deeper lines, fragile texture, and skin that tears or bruises more easily. No topical product can truly rehydrate collagen once it has dried internally. Only internal hydration, supported by electrolytes, can reach that level. Vitamin C also plays a protective role for the collagen that already exists. Aging skin is constantly exposed to oxidative stress from sunlight, pollution, and everyday inflammation. Vitamin C helps neutralize these free radicals before they damage collagen fibers. Studies repeatedly show that women with higher vitamin C intake tend to have fewer visible wrinkles and better skin density, even when age and sun exposure are taken into account. Another often overlooked benefit is how lemon supports liver function. The liver is closely connected to hormone balance and detoxification. When liver activity becomes sluggish, inflammatory compounds circulate longer in the bloodstream, which can accelerate collagen breakdown. Lemon stimulates bile production and supports detox pathways, indirectly protecting skin structure from within. This connection between liver health and skin aging is well documented but rarely highlighted in everyday conversations. There is also the matter of hyaluronic acid, the molecule responsible for plump and hydrated skin. Hyaluronic acid depends on both vitamin C and proper mineral balance for its synthesis. After menopause, hyaluronic acid levels decline sharply, and without vitamin C, the body struggles to rebuild it, while without minerals, it cannot hold water effectively. This dual loss explains why post-menopausal skin can suddenly appear deflated, even in women who are otherwise healthy. What makes this simple combination effective is not complexity, but timing and consistency. Consumed on an empty stomach, lemon water with a small pinch of natural salt bypasses digestive interference and is absorbed more rapidly. The minerals signal cells to open while vitamin C activates collagen pathways, allowing hydration to finally reach tissues that have been missing it for years. Scientific hydration studies confirm that electrolyte-enhanced water improves tissue hydration far more effectively than plain water, especially in older adults. When hydration reaches connective tissues, joints often feel smoother, skin begins to feel softer, and elasticity gradually improves. The most powerful truth is that collagen loss accelerates when the body senses scarcity. Scarcity of nutrients, scarcity of minerals, and scarcity of proper hydration send signals of conservation rather than repair. By introducing lemon and natural salt regularly, the body receives a message of availability. And when the body senses availability, it shifts from breaking down to rebuilding, and this is where real internal change quietly begins. Real internal change rarely appears dramatic at first, yet it is often more meaningful because it begins at the cellular level, where decades of subtle dehydration and nutrient loss have slowly weakened the skin's structure. Scientific studies show that skin aging does not reverse overnight, but when the right internal signals are restored, the body responds with precision rather than force. Consistency becomes the deciding factor. Within days of introducing properly mineral-supported hydration, the bloodstream starts delivering fluids more efficiently, but more importantly, water begins penetrating connective tissues instead of simply circulating and exiting the body. Research on tissue hydration indicates that when electrolytes are present, fluid retention inside cells improves measurably within 1 to 2 weeks. This is not surface moisture, it is structural hydration, and structure is what aging skin has gradually been losing. As hydration reaches fibroblasts, their behavior changes. Studies reveal that hydrated fibroblasts increase collagen synthesis, while dehydrated ones remain inactive. This shift determines whether skin continues thinning or begins stabilizing. Many women notice that their skin feels softer before it looks visibly different, which is expected because the internal matrix hydrates first while the surface reflects changes later. By the second or third week, another shift begins as inflammatory markers associated with chronic dehydration start to decline. Low-grade inflammation is one of the most overlooked drivers of skin aging, especially after menopause. Dehydrated tissues produce more inflammatory cytokines that accelerate collagen breakdown. When hydration improves, inflammation decreases and collagen degradation slows, a pattern documented repeatedly in dermatological research. One of the earliest visible changes is reduced dullness. Dull skin is not merely a buildup of dead cells, it is often a sign of reduced light reflection due to dehydration and thinning of the outer layers. When hydration improves internally, light reflects more evenly across the skin's surface, creating a natural brightness that cosmetics cannot truly imitate. Women frequently describe this change as looking more rested, even when their routine has not otherwise changed. Over the following weeks, skin elasticity begins to improve. Elasticity is not about tightness, but about the skin's ability to return to shape after movement. Studies measuring skin recoil show that hydration significantly improves elasticity regardless of age, meaning that aging skin still retains the capacity to function better when internal conditions are supported. This is why fine lines may appear softer, not because they disappear, but because the skin beneath them becomes more resilient. Daily mineral-supported hydration also influences joints, another collagen-rich tissue. Many women notice less stiffness in the morning, which signals that connective tissue throughout the body is responding, not just the face. The body prioritizes survival before appearance, so when joints improve, skin often follows, and with continued consistency, the cumulative effects become increasingly clear. As these cumulative effects continue building over 1 to 2 months, the improvements become more noticeable not because something artificial has been added, but because balance is being restored. Long-term hydration studies show that consistent electrolyte-supported fluid intake can improve skin thickness and strengthen the skin barrier. A stronger barrier reduces moisture loss, creating a compounding effect where hydrated skin is able to hold hydration more effectively over time. This is how lasting improvement begins, not through force but through restoration. Perhaps the most powerful shift happens mentally, as many women begin to realize that aging did not betray them. Their bodies were adapting to scarcity of minerals, scarcity of proper hydration, and scarcity of signals that repair was allowed. When those signals return consistently, the body stops conserving and starts rebuilding. What makes this habit effective is not intensity, but repetition. 1 glass a day sends a steady message to the body that resources are available. Physiological research shows that the body responds more strongly to consistent moderate signals than to occasional extreme ones, which explains why daily habits often outperform sporadic supplements or treatments. Timing also plays a crucial role. Consuming mineral-supported lemon water earlier in the day aligns with circadian rhythms that regulate hydration and detoxification. Morning hydration has been shown to improve cellular water uptake compared to late-day intake, meaning the same action becomes more effective simply because of when it occurs. Over time, collagen preservation becomes the real victory. No intervention fully restores youthful collagen levels, but slowing its loss has a profound long-term impact. Research indicates that reducing collagen breakdown influences skin appearance more significantly than aggressively trying to stimulate production alone. When collagen degradation slows, the skin ages more gradually and predictably. This daily habit does not override genetics, sun exposure, or hormonal shifts, but it works with biology instead of opposing it. The most surprising truth is how often this internal foundation is overlooked while attention remains focused on external solutions. Yet the body responds quickly when the foundation is strengthened, not because it is miraculous, but because it is designed to repair when conditions allow. Aging skin does not need to be forced into youth. It needs protection from collapse. Daily hydration supported by the right nutrients preserves what remains, strengthens what is fragile, and restores dignity to a natural process that has been misunderstood for far too long. Consistency turns knowledge into transformation, and for women over 50, that transformation often begins not with greater effort, but with a smarter, gentler, daily choice that honors how the body truly works, a choice simple enough to sustain and powerful enough to influence the years ahead.